Hi, Leigh-Anne Nugent here. I am just going to recap some of the enhanced scheduling and optimization settings that we configured. So I'm going to take you through all of the steps. So Salesforce Field Service offers advanced scheduling, no, enhanced scheduling and optimization for scenarios where you might have far more appointments to optimize and you're looking for higher processing times or faster processing times. So in field service settings, you're going to enable these two features. Okay. The last time I had an issue, and the issue that I had was my managed package wasn't up to date. So once you have these two enabled, just for kicks, just go to your installed packages. Oops. And let's just take a look at the field service package. Yes, so I'm on 254. That's correct. If you open the app, it'll tell you what season it is. So let's just open it up so that you can all see it. Okay. So we're in spring. Then we go to the managed package settings. So here we want to take a look at a couple of things. The first thing is looking at these new features here. So sliding and reshuffling. I tend to disable all of these because I want enhanced scheduling and optimization to just work first. And then once we've got it enabled, then we can explore additional features and capabilities that enhanced scheduling and optimization provides us that lightning scheduling does not. Yeah, we can talk about that too. So all of these appointments are considered pinned. So no matter what you do, the appointments will not change if the status is dispatched, in progress, cannot complete, or completed. They will always stay on the board. Now, if it's scheduled, we can still move it. So the idea and the difference between scheduled and dispatched, think of scheduled as soft scheduling or draft scheduling. The idea with the scheduling status is it's identified to be this is a good place to schedule the appointment, but you might have a business process that requires you to phone the customer to confirm, or you might have to validate that you've got certain parts. So you could be scheduling maybe 3 days, 7 days in advance, do all the prep work to confirm that, yes, this is the date that we are going to go on site. So you might have, again, a checklist, call customer, validate parts, confirm that the technician truly is available and that they understand and they see the work. You could show them the work and they could have additional questions, things like that. And then once you confirm that, yes, this is a good date and time, we have all the tools we need, we've got all the information we need, then we're going to dispatch it. And the dispatch setting is usually when you could have automation here that would send an email to the customer or a SMS, and you could also have it appear on the technician's schedule. Now it's up to you how you want to display the appointments to your technicians. Some people prefer to show the technicians what's coming up because they do need their insights. Do you have everything that you need in order to prepare for your jobs next week? So you could offer them a different list view in the mobile app, upcoming jobs versus confirmed jobs. So those could be two separate list views that you can provide your technicians. So I have been turning this on. So using enhanced scheduling optimization for all territories, I turn this on. And the reason why I do that is because it's just easier to remember. Now, getting started, you might not want to do that. And in fact, there might be some territories that aren't ready for it. As you're deploying this, of course, start in a sandbox. But if you wanted to, and a full sandbox, it has to be a full sandbox because you need a complete set of data. So talk to your account executives to spin up a full sandbox for you. You would have to pay for it, but it is a highly valuable component in to send up enhanced scheduling and optimization. Okay, yeah. So you can turn this off. And then if you turn this off, then you're going to need to open up a service territory record and update the page layout. So I'll show you what I mean here. The page layout for service territories don't have the tick box that I'm talking about. So if I go to service territories and I go to the page layout, you'll see an ESO. Yes, use enhanced scheduling optimization. So you would turn this on for the one territory that you're experimenting with this with, or if you're just in a position where you can turn it on for everybody, turn this on. Okay. So now I do not enable, I do not enable any of these. First of all, they're beta. Second of all, back to my first point, I want to just see how optimization works just out of the box. And then I can layer in the additional features and capabilities. I don't have any crews. I don't have any complex work, although I do have an enabled. But again, and I have some multi-day in here, but I want to just verify that I've got everything that I need for just optimization. Okay. So we're trying to make it as simple as possible to just get a really solid understanding of how optimization is going to work. All right. So in new orgs, the enhanced scheduling and optimization feature is enabled by default. So you don't have to turn anything on here. There is a great video here that you can watch to get prepared. So some logic here. So I do turn these ones on. And then, yeah, I set this as low for now. Again, this is just, we want to determine what is the fastest result. So the quality might not be as great, but again, I want to see how it works in a short period of time. So I don't want to have to wait up to 2 hours to see the job run. The longest that it will run, I believe, is 2 hours. So it's going to do the best it can do within the 2 hours and then just schedule the appointments on the dispatcher console. More pinning. So global optimization or in-day optimization. I had a great conversation yesterday where we're talking about immediate optimization as opposed to in-day, because really what this is, in-day is I want to optimize right this second. So you have an opportunity to optimize immediately. Cheers, Mike McCaskey, for that conversation yesterday. That was awesome. Okay. This is a great looking feature. I have not turned this on and I don't want to turn this on yet. But the idea is that when you have, if there's a possibility that an appointment could come off the dispatcher console, like unscheduled because the status is scheduled, it can come off. But if I've flagged it as emergency, or if I've flagged it as something else, right? You've got a Boolean that you identify that you want to, no matter what, these appointments never get touched or moved by optimization. So this is a great idea. This is not, yeah, it's a great idea, but I haven't turned this on yet, but I wouldn't do that. So here's everything that you need to do. Now, when we are in the dispatcher console, oh, sorry, before I'm not going to go out of there. I'm going to just go back here. And I'm going to show you the dispatcher console because I want to show you what immediate optimization looks like. And then we'll get into the scheduled jobs here because I do love scheduled jobs. It's really great. But immediate or in-day optimization is even better because you get to control. You have better control. All right, show me the money. Okay, while I'm doing this. If you're familiar with the old way of optimizing, the scheduled jobs will still be here. Okay. It's very similar However, they've split out the territories. They split it out into 3 subtabs, which I really love because I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to create a new job for just to show you what this looks like. Oh, I don't need to activate it. Okay, so here are the 3 tabs: general, territory, and schedule. So the time period up to this is what is the date horizon or the date range of the appointments that you'd like to schedule for or the days you'd like to schedule for. Know that today is 0. So if I did want to include today, I would change this to be 0. So this is today and tomorrow. If you wanted to, you could say, I don't want to schedule anything except for what's coming out into the future. So I want to schedule maybe next week's schedule, the first 3 days or something like that. So every day, the 7th day to the 10th day, you're basically building and rebuilding and re-optimizing that 3-day, 4-day, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4-day period. And here's where you get to choose your policy, the criteria for what scope. So you could say only maintenance jobs get optimized. So that way they automatically and always get populated here. So you can choose a Boolean here, like created with optimization, maintenance plan, something like that. And those are the ones that are only qualified. You can use a formula field here too. And it could be a dynamic formula field or a cascading formula field where it's like a certain date range and a certain work type and so if all of those parameters are true, you've got a formula Boolean, and then that becomes your optimization criteria. Again, I don't turn this on yet. And then if you want to send this to a user, type ahead the 3 letters and then a user will pop up here. Don't forget to scroll down and save because, oh, you're not done yet? Okay, fine. Hold on. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, it's incomplete. Okay, I can't save it until it's complete. This is one of my favorite parts of this. You can have groups, and the groups is perfect for scenarios where you've got sub territories. So if you've got San Francisco and then you've broken it up to like north, south, east, west, for example, as sub territories. So you could optimize all of San Francisco, or you can create a new group. And it optimizes them all at once, but it splits them up into separate optimization requests. And this is really great if you have multiple or if you have high volume appointments and you want them all to be done in the same job, except that they've got to be separated because you've got, call it over 2,500 appointments that you're looking at for San Francisco and over 2,500 for Los Angeles. So this is one way to keep your optimization jobs contained, but then when you send the request package, it'll be separated within the right limits, okay? So I really like this. And then the scheduling policy, we do set this differently because maybe San Francisco needs a different policy than LA. And then this is the schedule. You want it recurring at what time of day? So this is every day at midnight. So then you can save it. I'm going to just make it inactive for now because I don't want to run it this way. But the cool thing about having that is that it's the set it and forget it, and it can be set out into the future. That way you've always got a full board. And I know a lot of people like to have a couple of weeks in advance. I met some person who didn't like scheduling until the day of because anything could happen in the day. But I find that if you've got a couple of weeks at least, sometimes people have it scheduled for a whole month. You can do better capacity planning. You can pretty much build your schedules and your shifts that way. People can look ahead to see if anybody's calling in sick. So what the impact of the schedule is going to be. So my preference is to have a good set of appointments out into the future. So here's what optimization looks like. So it's under the bulk actions here. I don't know why my little thing here. Yes. So it's under the bulk actions at the top here. Click optimize. the cool thing about this is that it inherits the date range that you have set. So April 1st to April 2nd. So I could choose optimize and April 1st and April 2nd are already pre-scoped. The other thing to notice is that the scheduling policy is also pre-populated. So if I changed this to high intensity and hit optimize, I've got high intensity. So be very mindful of what your dispatcher console settings are, because it will get inherited here as a default. And that's helpful when you're trying to work fast, but it's also something that you could easily forget. So I'm going to do only unscheduled because I do only have unscheduled, and all of them the criteria is all. So I'm going to optimize this based off of the appointments that we have. I don't really have very many appointments anymore. I have to run my data generator to get more, and we'll see what we get. One thing that I've been hearing from a lot of customers is, for example, we've got a couple of or a handful of unscheduled appointments. So because we never got to this, what's the fastest way to unschedule these appointments and reschedule them? Because optimization does not pick up scheduled jobs in the past. In fact, let's just validate that. I can run, hold on one second. Let's just see where we're going here. Okay, let's just let this run. And then I'll walk through that scenario. Okay, optimization job set. It's queued. Let's take a look at what the optimization record looks like. So this is one thing that we would have to configure. I do modifying this page layout so that it includes some data points, specifically this optimization hub. There are components that you can add to your page layout that are going to be really great. So we have this optimization hub. Oh, hold on. Okay, this optimization hub components. So this is the old thing that we used to use. It's still beta. So I'm going to throw this up in here because these are the ones, actually, health check doesn't work anymore. This is the old one. I'm going to put this on here and this on here. So usually what I like to do is put metrics at the top, key performance indicators here. Math sections. I guess I can't. This page is that's fine. So I'm going to save this. So I add these components. So optimization, insight metrics, key performance indicators, and insight summary. So let's just validate that I got everybody. Yeah, these four. Now, optimization hub, I'm still going to leave it on here because this will work, but I do having these as well. Do I need to activate it? Let's validate. Yeah, I don't. Save it again just for kicks. Now, the optimization request record, you get one per group or subgroup. And this is where you need to validate the number of appointments that you're scheduling. So in this case, 6 appointments, right? So let's look at my dispatcher console to see what it created for me. Oh, great. I have to load again. For those people who know too, these global optimization, you can just press this run now button and it will run this job for you. And then you should be able to see this in your Apex jobs, I think. But yeah, ooh, I didn't get anything. Okay, so I'm going to clear this so that I can schedule it ahead. Not sure why these didn't get scheduled. Let me just validate. Oops, I meant to say candidates. Let's do candidates and see if I can get anybody. Maybe not have. Okay. Okay. No sauce. Okay. So now this is how I'm just going to quickly find out. Maybe I don't have the right skills for it. Yeah, possibly. Field quality. I'm not sure what kind of work type that is. Wow. What's happening? Wow. Okay. Okay. Weird. Okay. Now let's just check my rules here. No rules. Nothing's wrong with that. So I'm not sure why I didn't get anybody. Let's just go. Oh, because I'm in high intensity. Hold on. There might be something for customer first. Yeah, there is. Okay. Yeah, no skills. Field quality. Okay, no problem. So let's go to here. And this is what I've been doing to clear the Gantt. So I created a custom view and it is just only appointments shown on the Gantt where the status contains scheduled. I don't really change anything else. And I select all and then I just unschedule. And then now I've got like a clean set of data that I work on. So I really like the match dates on Gantt capability because then it's really only going to show me what is on the Gantt. Okay. So I'm just going to make sure I've got nothing scheduled here, go to today, and then I'm going to change this back to do and then run optimization one more time. And I'll just do only if a service appointment has a rule violation, it will also be considered pinned. So now the idea is that it will build a schedule around this appointment for Gloria Barnes. So I do want to see. Okay, it's getting the appointments, details. Okay, things are happening. I'm getting pinged on my side. There we go. So as you can see here, and it'll clean itself up. So it does do, if you do happen to see any jobs that have like overlap, like you just saw, it's what happens is that the job didn't actually fully complete. So you would need to either clear it and run it again because now you've got overlapping items. Because it's got a rule violation, this doesn't move at all. So it can't adjust either to just say, well, scooch it over to make some space. So know that these are considered pinned. Okay. So I think that's it for now. If you want to dive deeper into the features of sliding and things like that, then now you can turn it on because you can see what the results are and you know how to run optimization and you just keep running it and keep on scheduling and rescheduling. And if it's scheduled out into the future, it will pick it up and reschedule it. So just be very mindful of scheduled status in the past. Optimization doesn't clean that up for you. So you have to do that on your own. So hope that helps. And I will talk to you all again. This is Field Service Office Hours, and we are digging into the tool to understand how it works and how it can solve our business problems. See ya.